find that to be unacceptable, okay? Unacceptable. I want every single text message. I want timestamps. It is conspicuous that you are not telling us when this was sent, because it sounds like it's when the campus is on lockdown and he's got to go back and he's got to clean up, and then all of a sudden we're in the next day when his dad is getting clued in after the picture.
Like Kirk getting murdered in cold blood.
Now confirmed that there was indeed a woman who was with the shooter in the footage that was captured by the houses nearby the area. And for whatever reason, the FBI has not yet released or even acknowledged that that footage exists. I just want to say that I feel like at the beginning of this investigation, I was very clear. I said there will be no fakeness and there will be no gayness in this investigation. And apparently there were some people who did not take me seriously or literally, because there are a lot of little lies being told, right? Charlie gets assassinated, and the very people who were threatening him reputationally and financially are now trying to memorialize him.
Candace Owens just dropped something that has the entire internet losing its mind. She basically came out and said that Elon Musk tried to warn Charlie Kirk about his own wife before everything went down. Yeah, you heard that right. Elon Musk apparently saw something coming and nobody listened. Candace starts off her stream looking super serious, no jokes, no smiles, just straight up saying, there's something people need to know about what really happened between Elon, Charlie, and Erica. And the way she said it? You could feel she's been sitting on this for a while. People in the chat were freaking out. Like, wait, Elon Musk knew something? Within minutes, clips of her live started flying all over X, TikTok, and YouTube. The vibe wasn't just drama. It was that kind of eerie gossip moment where you realize, oh wow, this might actually be real. Grab your snacks, she says, because this is about to get messy. So here's where it starts getting even crazier. After Candace dropped that bomb about Elon's warning, people started digging into what she was actually talking about, and apparently, there's receipts, screenshots, old DMs, and even voice notes that supposedly connect Elon Musk, Charlie Kirk, and Charlie's widow, Erica. And honestly, it feels straight out of a Netflix doc. Candace claims that this warning wasn't just casual advice. Elon apparently told Charlie to watch the people closest to him, and that something about his inner circle didn't feel right. Now, we don't know exactly what triggered that, but people online are saying Elon noticed weird behavior coming from Erica before Charlie's death. Twitter, or X, whatever we call it now, exploded with theories overnight. Some folks say Elon was just being protective, while others think he knew way more than he's letting on. And Candace? She's hinting that this message might be the missing piece everyone's been ignoring. So get this, Candace then drops what she calls the proof. She claims she has a partial screenshot of messages between Elon Musk and Charlie Kirk, and the moment she shows it, the internet basically implodes. According to her, Elon sent Charlie a private DM warning him about a shift in energy inside his circle, saying something like, "Not everyone around you wants what's best for you." Now, Candace doesn't outright say the name Erica, but come on, everyone watching instantly connected the dots. Within hours, Reddit threads were going wild, TikTok detectives were comparing timestamps, and even Elon's fans were like, wait, is this real? Candace insists the screenshot is authentic but cropped, saying she's holding back the rest for legal reasons. That only made people more suspicious, of course. And then she adds that she only shared it now because now, after Candace revealed the alleged messages, everything just blew up. People started pulling up old clips of Charlie and Elon together, looking for signs that something weird was going on. According to Candace, right after Elon sent that warning, Charlie started acting different, distant, stressed, and kind of paranoid about who he could trust. She even said he began canceling meetings, turning off his phone for hours, and avoiding certain people in his own circle. Elon, on the other hand, apparently tried to stay out of the spotlight but told a few close friends he didn't like where things were heading. That's what sent fans into full-blown detective mode. Was this just friendship drama or something darker? Candace says the energy around Charlie completely shifted after Elon's message, like he knew something was wrong but couldn't prove it. Online threads went from gossip to pure chaos. People started posting theories that someone close to Charlie wanted him quiet, And honestly, with how calm Erica's been through all of this, viewers couldn't help but notice. "Something feels off," one commenter wrote. And the internet agreed, big time. People deserve to know what Elon tried to warn Charlie about. Total internet meltdown. After Candace dropped the story, everyone around her circle was stunned. People who knew Charlie personally started whispering that maybe Elon really did try to step in, that he'd seen something coming before anyone else did. Friends who had worked with Charlie said he'd been distant those last few weeks, distracted, cautious, almost like he was carrying a secret he couldn't talk about. One of his old colleagues even mentioned that he'd suddenly stopped letting Erica handle his private calls, which now feels telling. And the more people heard about Elon's supposed message, the more it started to make sense. It wasn't just a random rumor anymore, there were too many little things lining up. Some said Charlie was nervous, others said he'd been arguing with Erica behind closed doors. And through it all, Candace kept her tone calm but firm, like someone who'd finally decided enough was enough. She didn't sound angry, she sounded hurt, almost betrayed, like she'd been watching this unfold for too long without being heard. Candace didn't just drop the story and walk away, she started digging. According to people close to her, she spent weeks quietly trying to piece together what really happened between Charlie and Erica in those final days. She kept saying something didn't add up. There were details in the reports that felt off, little things that got brushed aside too quickly. She even mentioned that some of the timelines didn't match, like messages being sent at hours when Charlie was supposedly offline. When she spoke about it, it wasn't dramatic, it was almost eerie how certain she seemed. "They're hiding something," she said, her voice low. A few people who've seen her notes claim she found traces of other messages that were deleted, ones that might have proven Elon's warning wasn't just a friendly heads-up. The way she tells it, Charlie was caught between loyalty and fear, torn between believing his wife or trusting his instincts. And that's what Candace says broke him the most, knowing he'd been warned, but not knowing who to believe. What's strange is that Elon never said a word about any of this. Not a denial, not a clarification, nothing. People close to him say that's just how he is when something hits too close to home. One source mentioned that Elon felt guilty, like he tried to warn Charlie but couldn't reach him in time. Another said he was frustrated, because the situation was spinning out of control and he didn't want to be dragged into something personal. But it's the silence that makes it all feel heavier. There were little signs too, canceled meetings, private trips, conversations that ended mid-sentence. A friend who once worked with him said he looked distracted for weeks, like he knew something he couldn't talk about. Some even think he might have had proof of what was happening behind the scenes but didn't want to expose anyone out of respect for Charlie. And that's what keeps people talking. If Elon really warned him, and if he's still staying quiet now, what exactly did he see that made him step back? Then there's Erica. People can't stop talking about how calm she's been through all of this. Not cold, just composed, almost rehearsed. At Charlie's memorial, she spoke softly, thanked everyone, said she forgave whoever was responsible, and that was it. No anger, no questions, no push for answers. Candace noticed it right away. She said something in Erica's tone didn't sound like grief, it sounded like closure. And that's when she started wondering if Erica already knew about Elon's warning. Some believe Charlie may have confronted her about it, which could explain those tense final weeks. Friends recall awkward dinners, short phone calls, and Charlie showing up late to meetings, always looking tired. When Candace talks about it now, she doesn't accuse, she just asks, why stay silent if there's nothing to hide? That's the question that's been floating around ever since. Erica's quietness feels less like peace and more like a secret sitting just under the surface. Then came the part that really made everyone stop and think. Candace said she had voice notes, actual recordings, where someone close to Charlie talked about Elon's warning. In one of them, the person supposedly said he didn't take it seriously at first. He thought Elon was exaggerating. But the way Candace tells it, Charlie started changing after that message. He grew distant, stopped smiling the same way, and once even told a friend, "I think I'm being watched." Whether he meant that literally or just emotionally, no one knows. Candace said listening to those notes made her skin crawl, because it was like hearing a man who knew something bad was about to happen but couldn't stop it. When she finally played a short clip during her talk, people went quiet. No background music, no editing, just a man's voice, shaky, tired, and full of doubt. "Elon warned me," he says softly, "but I didn't listen." That one line changed everything.